You're listening here to the live on the coolest of the cool, the Coolly Cool Show here on this Sunday Night Vibes. You're listening to Warm Nights by Lakey Inspired. Yep, you're listening here live on the coolest of the cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Your host, Brent, kicking it here live on this Sunday Night Vibes. We're rocking here from coast to coast, north to south, and yes, maybe in Antarctica. And if you're in Antarctica listening, definitely give a shout out. Let me know what you think. Yes, welcome here. Your host, Brent, kicking it here on this Sunday Night Vibes on the coolest of the cool, the Coolly Cool Show. We got a good show for you tonight here on Sunday Night Vibes. Well, first and foremost, if you're not following us already on our other social media platforms, be sure to follow us on my Twitter account at CoollyCool2412. Follow me on Instagram at Brent the Champ. You can also follow me also on my YouTube channel, The Coolly Cool Show. You can also follow me on my TikTok channel, where I do a lot of kind of funny skits, The Coolly Cool Show. So, we got a topic of discussion for tonight is going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine and the resurgence of the coronavirus. Maybe it's because it's winter and holiday season, I'm guessing. We'll also talk about Jake Paul KO's Tyron Woodley. And the Island Boys are mocked and made fun of, and they're receiving a lot of kind of weird, talk as far as, what they do and the hairstyle and all that stuff. But anyway, first you're going to start talking about the COVID-19 vaccine. There's a lot of debate, there's a lot of talk going around, as you do know that we are in the winter months, or winter season here in North America, and as with anything during the winter time, when the cold hits, people have a tendency to get sick or get the sniffles and not feel good and stay home from work or whatever and not go to school. But we've had a very uptick on the COVID-19. The coronavirus has came back in full kind of force. quite people have been coming down with the coronavirus. And these are people that have already had their COVID-19 vaccine. So it's been reported a lot of people who have caught so far this winter have already had, their COVID-19 vaccine. And apparently they are still getting the coronavirus. Now, a lot of people are still up in arms as reference to whether or not to get the COVID-19 vaccination shot because they're concerned about it. Oh, we don't know what's in it. Oh, they're not telling us the whole truth. Oh, they're going to euthanize us. Oh, they put Naxim in our booty or something. Whatever. One thing is that, here's a good one. Sorry. The FDA hasn't approved it or something. Okay. Good that a lot of people are getting misinformation. That's always a great one right there. But I don't think what many people understand is that the COVID-19 vaccination shot, if you've gotten your COVID vaccination shot, obviously you go in there, you have the scheduled time and date to when to get it. When you do get it, it's 2 shots. There's the first shot, and then the second shot, and then now they have came out with the booster shot. So everybody says, oh, if I get the COVID-19 vaccination shot, I should be good. I should be able to get coronavirus because I should be shielded from it. You guys have to understand, those that have not really delved into it, the COVID vaccination shot does not prevent you from getting the coronavirus. All it does is lessen the symptoms and lessens the full effect of the coronavirus. The exact same way that the flu shot does. So that way, in the event, if you didn't get the flu shot, which many people are here and across the United States and many people across probably the world, some people elect not to get it. Some people choose to get the flu shot. But the thing is that if you do get the flu shot, your body knows how to fight it off. Your body continue to fight it off. It doesn't mean you're susceptible of not being able to get the flu. You can still come in contact of getting the flu, but you won't suffer the full brunt of the flu. And if you've ever had the flu, you know what I'm talking about. You are down and out for the count. I've had the flu. I can remember exact times that I had the flu. And when I had the flu, I was down and out for the count. All right. Let's see. I had the flu probably about 5 years ago. And it was so bad, I didn't even move or get out of my bed. I probably got up to go use the bathroom, get something to drink. But other than that, I was lying in bed the entire time, sweating, aching, chilly, cold, the whole 9 yards. It was bad. The other time, I believe, when I lived out in Hawaii, I actually had, I had the flu. And this is when I was in the service, too. And I was pretty out for about a week. I'd say about 4 days or so. But yeah, I was down and out then. The other time that I can remember early on was, I remember this one. I had the flu when I was in boot camp. When I was in the Marine Corps and I was going through boot camp, I remember it was like the first phase, or I'm pretty sure it was the first phase. And I came down and got the flu. And I went to boot camp out in South Carolina, Paris Island. And I remember getting the flu, and it was, one thing is if you get the flu, the main thing is to get some rest, get some fluids in you, and just to try to rest as much as you can. Imagine getting the flu, and you're at Marine Corps boot camp, and, you're still getting yelled at, and I don't give a rat's monkey's fat ass, god damn it. Oh, everybody, shut up, that boy. Imagine having the flu and you're dealing with that, the high level intensity of Marine Corps boot camp. Now, granted, I had got told by the drill instructor because they could tell that I was screwed up, and I had point in time I told him, I said, hey, I gotta go sick call. I had to go sick bay. So I remember I go into sick bay, and I remember the doctor there. He was like, "Yeah, yep, you got the flu, so the best thing you need to rest and recover." So I was on bed rest for apparently I think it was like 2.5, maybe 3 days. And yeah, I was still getting yelled at that point. You know, it's like, "Get your ass out of bed, what?" You know, it's just all the way. It's like, "Isn't your ass supposed to be sleeping?" You know, yeah. And like I said, imagine having the flu in boot camp, still getting yelled at. Nobody to give you, warm chicken noodle soup. No one to care and comfort you. But the only care and comfort you get is from your drill instructor telling you to get your ass in the bed, lie down, go to sleep. Didn't I tell your ass to go to sleep? Why are you not sleeping? Why are you still up? Why are you looking crazy? You should be better now. This is some bullshit that your ass is sick here in boot camp. I can't believe this. Yeah. Imagine that shit. Imagine just that. And then I think the other times was I was a little kid when I got the flu. But yeah, but I think I got off the top of that. But that many people are not understanding that the coronavirus, you can still get the coronavirus if you have the COVID-19 vaccination shot. There's a misconception. A lot of people are not understanding that you can still get it. It just lessens the symptoms of you actually contracting the whole entirety of it. And what the majority of many people have said when they've had come in contact of having gotten the coronavirus, they've just said they felt really tired. It's like kind of heavy. They just want to rest or whatever. And it's just affects a lot of things, I mean, each and every person that has gotten a corona, it affects them in different ways. Some people that they've gotten it, they didn't realize they had it. Some people have gotten it, they've gotten really bad sickness from it. They've, been sluggish and everything. Some people have lost, taste. Some people they haven't lost taste. So, like I said, it affects many people who those in getting the coronavirus in different ways, because a lot has partaken as far as a person's immune system, and some people's immune systems are different. Not going to say that many people's immune system is stronger than the others, or some are less than the others, because apparently, from what I'm gathering, from what I've heard, what I've researched, is that this virus doesn't give a damn who you are. I guess it is based on each and individual person. So you can't say that, this such a person's immune system is, pretty much. It doesn't. Maybe that person might get a really bad effect or bad symptoms from the coronavirus. Or this person who has, their immune system is always getting sick, always this and that, but then coronavirus, they don't really get any effects from it. And you're like, how are they not getting any effect of it? And they're acting like nothing's going on. They have it, but this virus is really completely just, I don't know. I mean, many people are still trying to figure it out. I mean, then you have the variants that have arise, which is a mutation in the coronavirus. And right now people are just like, well, what the heck? So this thing is slowly sometimes causing confusion as far as people. And then you have these whole new things that are coming out where people are saying, oh, well, I was told to get this vaccine or I'd get in trouble by my job or my profession or work or whatever. And there's places where if you don't have your vaccination shot, you can't participate in certain things, or you have to get continuous testing done all the time until you do get vaccinated, and then you won't get the testing done, which then again, as anybody knows, that there's a lot of money involved in having to get testing done and get the supplies to test a person, So there's a lot of things that have to be said in reference to this, to what's going on, to what's happening. People have the choices. It's my body. It's my choice. I can do what I want with my body. And as far as this, for me, I can't speak on behalf of anybody else. If you want to get the shot, you go get the shot. If you don't want to get the shot, then you don't have to get the shot. But I'm going to just say, these shots these vaccination shots have gone through a lot of the clinical trials, a lot of things where people say, oh, they haven't gone here, they haven't been approved by the FDA. I believe I made a video about this. It takes a number of years for the FDA to approve anything. And in a global mass pandemic, trust me, they are already working around the clock to stop this virus. Well, no, I'm sorry, not to stop. To lessen the virus from having to really cause major effects on people. But, like I said, you hear people who, wherever they're getting their misinformation from, are saying, "Oh, it's doing this. It's growing hair out your booty." Well, last time I looked, you do grow hair out your booty. So, I mean, I don't understand what the heck the whole deal is. I mean, people are just sometimes getting misinformation, and it's so much out there in the media. And then with a lot of these regulations, you're going to have to get this done. I can't speak for any company or whatever, but I do know for the fact if a company instills a policy that says, hey, in order for you to work here with us, you're going to have to get tested weekly to ensure that you don't have the COVID-19, don't have the coronavirus. And if you do have your vaccination card, you're good. You got vaccinated, good to go. They haven't said anything about boosters, but that's the company. That's their company's policy to do that, because it's not a government thing, and that's pretty much what I believe the government is doing right now. They're making it to where they're leaving it up to the individual companies to come up with their own policies and regulations in order to enforce it, kind of the way they want people to get vaccinated, so that way we can kind of stop all this stuff, so that way things could somewhat get back to normal, even though things have slowly and surely gotten back to somewhat of a normalcy. But they're trying to do it in a way to, fully get it back to some type of normalcy. But I don't think it's ever going to be full normalcy. I think the masks are in it. I mean, you can still go anywhere and wear a mask, and you can, look like you one of them old westerns, and they're like, "How you doing?" I don't think anything's going to be normal. Nothing's normal. I don't even know what normal means. I don't even know what normal is. Normal is not normal. One normal might be a crazy man's way, and a crazy man's way might be the typical normal for him. So there's no true what is normal, what isn't normal. It's just however you're going to perceive it, however you're going to take it. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed for the better. A lot of things, I don't know. But we do know that for the past year and now 2 years, as 2021 is winding down, and we're about to be going into 2022. We do know that a lot of things have happened within that time period, and we're just going to have to take it by ear and see what happens. But we do know that this coronavirus is not going anywhere. It hasn't dissipated. It hasn't left. It is here. It's real. And pretty much what everybody's trying to get everybody vaccinated, so that way we can kind of get back to some type of things that we used to like to love and do and stuff like that, without having to worry about this. But as I said, this virus is a very weird one, because apparently like the winter, the cold, it's not helping either, because it is a virus, and especially with the flu season, and it's a bad combination too, because the way certain things are. I mean, it might be just the part where getting the vaccination shot is probably going to be like kind of just like the flu shot. You probably have to get it almost every year. A lot of people don't get their flu shot. I highly recommend you do. I mean, I get my flu shot. I'm not trying to tell you to get your flu shot, but I do get my flu shot. That's just my preference. I'm not trying to preach or tell anybody to get the flu shot. I just choose to get the flu shot after having had the flu on different occasions, as I had just told a previous little short story of mine of having gotten the flu in past times. And those times I did get the flu shot, and I still did get the flu. But just imagining if I didn't have this flu shot, what would the real true effects be of the flu? I don't know. I could say that I had the flu and I had it very bad at those times, but at the same time, I kind of wonder if I didn't have the flu shot, what would have, happened. Now, there was, I think, like 2 years ago. I don't remember. I think I remember talking about the podcast that like 2 years ago there was a bad strain of the flu that went around, and it was like imperative where people were trying to get the flu shot and they didn't have enough, flu vaccines, to give to the people. And there was a really bad strain of the flu going around that was really bad, and people were getting really affected from it. Because people were like, you need to make sure you get your flu shot because something's going on. And, you kind of also wonder in a situation like that and then how things played out now as far as the COVID and the coronavirus having the mass pandemic that we had. And then looking back on about like 2.5 years ago or now would be probably 3.5 years, where there was a bad strain of the flu that was going around. And they were trying to get people to be able to get the flu shot, but then they were running out of the flu vaccine. So kind of wonders a lot of stuff on, could that be tied into what has happened now? Could that be tied into the pandemic? Could that be tied into a lot of other things? We don't know. And are we ever going to know? No. Just like George Colton said, it's a big club. And guess what? You ain't in it. I don't know about you, but I ain't in it. Just like that movie 2012 where they were like, how much is that $1 billion to get on the ship? And you'd be like, got $1 billion? Nope. So, guess I ain't part of the club. Which I think falls in the boat with many of us. It's a huge club. And guess what? You ain't in it either. So, I guess we all just have to kind of work together and try to make sure we spread the right information to each other. But that's like the brunt of it. That's like the real low down, I guess hipster part of it. I guess. Yeah, that's one of the hot topics because it's we knew this was going to happen into the winter and holiday season though, so we knew that. But in other news, Christmas is right around the corner. I hope each and every one of you have been nice and you're not on the naughty list, even though I think a couple of y'all are probably on the naughty list, or you try to strive to be on the naughty list. To whatever it is that you do. I don't know what that may be, but I don't want to know. But I mean, if you're gearing up for Christmas time, are you happy? Are you excited? Is there anything that you in particular want for Christmas that you probably, not sure you're going to get? And if you think you're going to get, what is it? What do you want? There always every Christmas, there has to be something, some type of item, some type of gift that you want. But you're not going to tell the person or persons or loved ones that you want this. You're just going to hope that you're like, I like all this. But there's always one particular item that everybody seems to want. But are you going to get it? But are you going to tell other people that you want this, or are you not? So it leaves a lot of open air in the discussion, because it's like, yeah, there's always something, but are you really going to get it? Is it really going to happen? It's just like that movie Christmas Story, where the kid really wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. And he didn't think he was going to get it. Then his dad kind of tricked him. He was like, hey, what's right behind over there? Yeah, right over there. And his dad got him a Red Ryder BB gun. Something that he really wanted. He knew he wanted. Now, do people know that you want a particular item, or are people just guessing, or just, hey, here's a gift card, go get it your damn self? How much is on it? $10. Still, you cheap son of a bitch. Now, my thing is, how much? Here's a quick thing. Now, how much is a good thing to do? Like, let's say, like the all be is, people say, I'll get you a gift card, something like that. Now, would you be a person that would be angry to have somebody get you a gift card and put $10 on that gift card? Or would you have like a person to put like $100 to like $500 on a gift card and give it to you to be like, oh, you go, take your gift card, do whatever you want? Now, if a person put $10 in the gift card, would you be the type of person to be like, man, that's you cheap son of a bitch, give me put $10. What am I gonna do with $10? I mean, but it's still the thought that they put money on that card, even though it may be $10. But for you to be able to buy something with $10. Now, many people would be like, as what I just said, thinking like $10. You'd be like, fuck am I going to do with $10? I don't know. I mean, get yourself a value meal or something. I don't know. $5 foot longs. But it's still got something. But is it wrong to think that way? Even though many of us would be thinking it. Especially for those individuals and those people says, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I don't want anything for Christmas. Those are the people you want to slap the hell out of. Because anytime they all say that old nonsense, if you were to go that one's Christmas, and when they say, what do you want? And you say, what do you want for Christmas? Like, oh, I don't want anything. I don't want. All right, go one Christmas, and then they'll be like, they say that shit, and it comes to Christmas time, and everybody's opening their present, and they're looking at her like, oh, I didn't get anything. Are you serious? Be like, you said you didn't want anything. Now, would that person, or would you be like, oh, you cheap son of bitches? Would that crumb cross their mind or crumb cross your mind if that happened to you? If you were the one that said, I don't want anything for Christmas now. Would you be the one that says, oh, damn, y'all couldn't give me none? See how materialistic this world has gotten into. And many people would take that as an offense. We'll be like, oh, that's bullshit. Motherfucker really never got me none. It's Christmas time. It's the time of giving. And that's what people will go right towards. It's time of giving. So you're supposed to give me something and not give me something. But instead you chose to be that old cheap son of a bitch who didn't want to spend no money on nobody. And then when they claim, oh, I've been working out. But what? Oh my gosh. But really, people need to stop saying that also on, Christmas. Like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. I don't want nothing. I'm good. Do it one time. When somebody says that, be like, okay, you ain't getting shit. Be like, tell them, be like, okay. Well, guess what? Honestly, you're not getting the damn thing because you're not telling me what you want. I'm not going to go on my way and get you some jacked up shit that you're eventually might not like anyway. And then if I do get you a gift card, you might bitch and complain about the amount of money that's on that gift card because you can't purchase the things that you want off that gift card because whatever you want costs more than what I gave and put on that gift card to give to you. And you're complaining about that now. Oh, no, Nelly. No. See how the shit works? See how the shit is? It's baffling to the mind. But everybody knows what the whole holiday season, the Christmas, that is. It's nothing but a money grab for all these industrial companies, these clothing companies, toy companies. It's designed to all to get your money. I don't remember a person last I know going to make a toy just because they didn't want to spend money on, buying a toy for their children. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like it's a money market where people work hard to get to make amount of money, and when they make some money, they have other obligations too. But then they save some money in order to purchase gifts and things like that. No, they purchase a gift. That money is going right back into the industry or back into wherever it came from, and it's a repeat cycle. So I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like you never know. You never know. I don't know. There's a lot of things out there that are very strange, and you start to think about it, and you start to delve into it, and get your mind blown towards it. You come to find out that the game's rigged, ladies and gentlemen. The game is always rigged, will be rigged, will continue to be rigged. It's never going to not be rigged. It's just one of those, I guess, it's just life things. So, I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go get something to drink. We're at a halfway point. I'm going to go get something to drink, as I normally usually say. Don't go nowhere. We got some more. We're going to talk more a little bit about my man Jake Paul. Yes, my man Jake Paul and my man Tyron Woodley. They both had a boxing exhibition last night. Let you know who won that if you haven't already known who won that. It was a KO time. So, yeah, stick with this. We'll be right back. We'll talk some more here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Stick with us. Be right back. I'm going to go get something to drink. All right? So stick with us. So we're going to listen to some of my Coolly Cools, my music. Funky song, I guess. Here we go.
Come on. 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 Come on.
Yes, you're listening here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show with your host Brent, kicking here on this Sunday night vibes. Yes, indeed. We're rocking coast to coast, north to south, and yes, and maybe even in Antarctica. And if you're in Antarctica, definitely let us know you're listening. You also be sure to follow us on our other social media platform. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter account at CoollyCool2412. All right, that's KOLL. Well, I'm sorry. That's KOOLYKOOL2412. Yes, you can also follow me on my Instagram at Brent_the_champ. Alright, just making it clarifying. Also, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, The Cooley Cool Show. You can also follow me on my TikTok channel, The Cooley Cool Show. Yes. Yep. That song right there is by me. I made that song. Yes, I did. Wanted to spice it up, get something groove to it. So we were talking a little bit about the COVID-19, the coronavirus, the resurgence. Now I switch gears and talk about the other thing. I want to talk about Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley had their much anticipated rematch. Oh, I'm saying, Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley had their much anticipated rematch. And it was a KO time. Jake Paul knocked out Tyron Woodley. I believe it was the 6th round. I can't remember, 6th or 8th round. I want to say 8th round, maybe 6th round. Oh. But he knocked him out with a right, I believe it was right hook. From what I saw, it was a right hook. He set him up. He feinted. He was going to go down to the body. Tyron Woodley went to go down the block low, but then left himself exposed up at the top. And with that feint down to the body, Jake Paul came up with that right hook. Boom! Knocked Tyron Woodley cold out. And I guess the theme was to leave no doubt that Jake Paul is a fighter, that he is a man to be reckoned with in the celebrity boxing realm. And you know what? The man lived up to his word. The man did what he did. And, honestly, I'm going to give credit to Jake Paul. I'm going to tell, Jake Paul, not everybody who doesn't need to be like, oh, he's been a professional training this long. You know what? It's the determination of the individual that if they put their mind to it, they actually can get to where they are, especially in the boxing realm, the physical aspects part of that. And people so many times at the beginning when, Jake Paul was doing these fights, and people are like, oh, he's not going to be able to stand. He's fighting bums. He's fighting people that are taking all these dives. No. Listen here. I grew up boxing. I grew up boxing. I did amateur boxing. My first amateur bout, I knocked the kid out in the opening 10 seconds. I hit him with the uppercut. It was sweet. Left uppercut. Boom. Felt it. Kid stumbled it back. Boxing is one of those sports, it'll test you because, one, you're in front of a bunch of other people that are watching you. So the anxiety level of having other people watch you is skyrocketing. It's up high. And then on top of that, you're engaged in an altercation where you're throwing punches back at somebody, and chances are you're going to take physical damage. Because in the sport of boxing, you don't want to get hit, but guess what? You're going to get hit. And it's going to be unpleasant when you do get hit. But the thing is, how are you going to respond from getting hit? My biggest thing was when I used to box would be the anticipation. I would be like so kind of anxious, and my anxious was like I just want to get hit so that way I can calm my nerves because I know I can take a punch. But once after you get that, oh, I can take a punch, you're like, okay, I'm good. He called me with a good thing. I'm like, good. I feel more better. I feel more relaxed. But get knocked out is always kind of a thing where it's like, especially where the social media world is, you get knocked out, people run that stuff back over and over. They'd be like, watch, what's that, the movie Baby Kids, where Robin Gibbs like, whip, yeah, when I wanna. They roll it back over and over and over and over. I remember a couple years ago when Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez fought in their fourth trilogy. Manuel Marquez was always trying to get the upper hand, but he never could. They tied in a draw. Then Manny Pacquiao beat him twice, and then I think it was twice. And then next thing you know, Manuel Marquez, and they fought for a fourth time, maybe fifth, I can't remember, but I know it was the last one time they fought, and then Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao, laid him out cold, and Manuel Marquez was salivating. Now, the memes and the whole social media internet went crazy when Manny Pacquiao got knocked out. They rolled that thing back over and over. Tyron Woodley got knocked out, and, Jake Paul celebrated, and, rightfully so. So, congratulations to Jake Paul. Outstanding knockout. Good hard work training. Tyron Woodley, you're still a champion, man. You was rocking it when you were in the UFC. Awesome mixed martial artist. They're not to hold your head down, man. I mean, all I can say is top contenders. They were both swinging for the fences trying to knock each other out. So, if you guys heard about the internet sensation, the one-hit guys, I'm not even going to say one-hit wonders, but they made huge sensation around the world, especially on TikTok, is the Island Boys. I'm trying to be my... I don't know the rest of the words. I just know I'm the Island Boy. They got tattoos. They're tatted up. Their hair's all out and everywhere. Apparently they were at the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight, and they were getting mocked and made fun of, and people were coming after them. They received a lot of backlash as far as a lot of things, which is very strange. They were receiving a lot of backlash, a lot of people just being mean to them. I guess, because they're different. I got the whole thing. If you want to be different, you want to be different. You want to establish yourself as something else, go right ahead. You have the right to do so. But I mean, these guys they're different. They're unique. I'm not saying that their song is good. I mean, I'm just an island boy. It's just make my way. I'm just an island boy. I'm just an island boy. I mean, it is a catchy phrase because guess what? It got the attention of the people. That's one thing. It got the attention of the people because the way they were saying it, people now, like, I'm an island boy. Like, I'm saying it right now. I'm an island boy. Just trying to say, I'm island boy. It is catchy. I don't know how else to say it. It is catchy. So, people have been really mocking them pretty bad, and I think it's just kind of at a point in time, like, dude, just chill. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. They're just chill. Oh, and that song's been a while since I've, played this song. It means we come to the conclusion and end of Sunday Night Vibes here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. You're listening here to Under Your Spell by Desire. Yep. Yeah. Listen here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show with your host, Brent. Make sure to follow us on our other social media platforms. Yes, we rock it from coast to coast, north to south, and yes, maybe even in Antarctica. And if you're down in Antarctica, definitely let us know what you think if you're listening and how everything's going on down there. Make sure you follow us on our other social media platforms. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter account at CooleyCool2412. You can also follow me on my Instagram at Brent the Champ. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, the podcasts are automatically uploaded to YouTube channel, even though YouTube ends up always I get a copyright about everything. I got a copyright last time I did my own video with my own music. I don't even know how that happened, but sure to follow me on my YouTube channel at The Coolly Cool Show. You can also follow me on my TikTok channel, The Coolly Cool Show. So, as always, I hope each and every one of you are safe. Take care of yourselves. If you haven't been told that already, you are special. Mental health is very important to have, especially around the Christmas time and the holiday season. Make sure that you put yourself in a good state of mind and keep yourself going healthy and strong. So, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.